Your Father had a hidden deal made in your name, a quiet promise that hums like a soft melody in your soul. It's not something you can hold or see, but it's real, like a gentle light guiding you through the twists and turns of life. This deal isn't a trap or a heavy load. It's a gift, a sacred vow meant to set you free, to give your life meaning. It's tied to the Spirit of Jesus, a friend who walks with you, showing you love and truth in a world that's often loud and confusing. This journey you're on is about discovering that deal, understanding its purpose, and letting it shape you into the person you were always meant to be. The world around you is full of noise. People chase after money, fame, or things that seem important but fade quickly. Yet, deep inside, you hear something different, a soft, steady voice calling you to something more. That's the deal whispering to you. It's a promise made before you were born, when your soul was crafted with love. God, the one who made you, spoke your name and placed a spark of His light in you, the same light that shone in Jesus when He walked the earth, helping the hurting, loving the lost, and sharing truths that cut through the world's lies. This deal says you're not here just to get by, you're here to shine, to live a life that matters. You begin this journey by listening to your heart. Close your eyes, take a slow breath, and let the world's noise fade away. In that quiet, you feel Jesus near you. He's not some far-off figure in an old book. He's here, like a friend who knows your fears, your dreams, your questions. He doesn't shout or push. He waits, ready to guide you. His words, "Seek and you will find," feel alive, like they were spoken just for you. They tell you the deal isn't hidden in some distant place. It's inside you, waiting to be found, like a treasure buried deep in your soul. The path isn't always easy. Life throws challenges your way, worries about money, fears about tomorrow, or regrets from yesterday. You might wonder if this deal is real or just something you're imagining. But Jesus knows what it's like to feel heavy. He carried a cross, faced pain, and still chose love. He doesn't ask you to be perfect. He just asks you to keep going, to trust that the deal in your name is a gift, not a burden. It's a promise that your life has a purpose, that every step you take is part of God's bigger plan. Picture yourself walking through a forest. The trees are tall, their branches like your doubts or fears, blocking the sun. Each step feels hard, but there's light slipping through the leaves. That light is Jesus' love, the same love that shone when He healed the sick, forgave those who hurt Him, or spoke of a kingdom built on love. The deal in your name is like a map, not a strict set of directions, but a guide to walk with kindness, courage, and faith. It's not about being the richest or the most famous. It's about being true to the light inside you, letting it guide your choices. This deal isn't a list of rules or a box to check. It's a way of living. It's choosing to help someone when you're tired, forgiving someone who hurt you, or trusting God when life feels messy. Jesus showed this way of living. He sat with people no one else cared about. He loved those who felt unlovable. His life is like a mirror, showing you what the deal in your name is all about, living with love, no matter what comes your way. His teachings are simple but deep: love your neighbor, forgive your enemies, seek God first. These aren't just nice ideas, they're the heart of the deal, the key to unlocking its meaning. Some days, you might feel lost. The world can make you question everything. It tells you to focus on yourself, to chase more money, more stuff, more status. But the deal in your name says you're already enough. You don't need to prove anything to God. Jesus, who gave everything for love, shows you that the deal is about being real, not perfect. When you stumble, He's there, not to judge you but to help you stand. His strength keeps you moving, even when the path feels long or unclear. As you walk this journey, you start to see signs of the deal everywhere. Maybe it's a kind word from a stranger, a moment of peace when you pray, or a feeling of hope that comes out of nowhere. These aren't just random moments. They're reminders that the deal is real, that Jesus is with you, guiding you. His teachings are like a compass: love others, forgive, trust God. These simple truths unlock the deal, showing you that every choice you make, every kind act, is part of fulfilling the promise made in your name. The world will try to pull you away. It will tempt you with things that shine but don't last, new gadgets, big titles, or fleeting pleasures. But the deal in your name is different. It's about seeing the beauty in small things, the way the sun rises, the sound of a child's laugh, the quiet peace of a prayer. Jesus showed this when He turned simple bread and wine into something holy, when He saw the divine in the ordinary. The deal isn't about chasing big moments, it's about making every moment matter, turning the everyday into something sacred. There are times when the deal feels heavy, like a weight you didn't ask for. You might wonder why this promise was made in your name, why you were chosen for it. But then you think of Jesus, who chose to carry a cross, not because it was easy, but because it was love. The deal in your name isn't a burden, it's an invitation to live with purpose. It's a call to trust that God made you for a reason, that your life is part of His bigger story. Jesus doesn't ask you to carry it alone. He's there, sharing the load, walking beside you, offering His strength when yours runs low. The path isn't always straight. There are twists, turns, and moments when you feel stuck. But the deal isn't about reaching the end, it's about the journey itself. Every step you take, every time you choose love over anger, forgiveness over hate, you're living the deal. Jesus, who called the tired to rest and the lost to be found, is with you. His presence is like a quiet song, reminding you that you're never alone, that the deal in your name is a promise of love that never fades. As you keep going, you see the deal showing up in others too. The person who helps you when you're down, the friend who listens, even the stranger who teaches you patience, they're all part of the same promise. The deal isn't just for you, it's for everyone. It's a call to build a world where love wins, where people care for each other, where God's light shines through. Jesus showed this when He washed His friends' feet or shared His last meal with them. He showed that love is the heart of the deal, and every act of love makes the world a little brighter. The world will keep trying to make you forget. It will throw distractions, doubts, and fears your way. But the deal in your name is stronger. It's like a fire inside you, lit by Jesus' Spirit. That fire burns through the lies that say you're not enough or that you have to do it all alone. It reminds you that you were made with love, for love. Jesus, who faced the worst the world could give and still chose love, shows you that you can too. His life is a reminder that the deal is about courage, about choosing to love even when it's hard, even when the world says it's foolish. So, you keep walking. You keep listening to that quiet voice in your heart. The deal in your name isn't something you have to figure out all at once. It's a journey, a step-by-step discovery of who you are and who God made you to be. Jesus is your guide, not a far-off king but a close friend. His life, His love, His sacrifice, they're not just stories. They're the truth that lights your way, showing you that the deal is about living with a heart full of love, no matter where the path takes you. Sometimes you'll feel the deal in small, everyday moments. Maybe it's helping a neighbor carry groceries or listening to someone who's hurting. These moments aren't small to God. They're part of the deal, threads in a bigger tapestry of love. Jesus showed this when He stopped to talk to a woman at a well or blessed a child others ignored. He saw the divine in everyone, and the deal in your name asks you to do the same, to see the light in others, to treat every person as part of God's family. Other times, the deal feels bigger, like a call to stand up for what's right or to forgive someone who doesn't deserve it. These moments test you, but they also shape you. Jesus faced moments like this, standing against injustice, forgiving those who betrayed Him. He shows you that the deal isn't about avoiding hard things but about facing them with love. Every time you choose kindness over anger, every time you forgive, you're living the deal, bringing a piece of God's kingdom to earth. The journey can feel long, and there are days when you wonder if you're on the right path. Doubts creep in, whispering that the deal is too big, too hard, or not real. But Jesus knows those doubts. He felt them in the garden, when He prayed for strength. He shows you that doubt isn't the end, it's part of the journey. The deal in your name doesn't ask you to have all the answers. It asks you to keep seeking, to keep trusting, to keep moving forward even when the way isn't clear. You'll find strength in the small habits that keep you close to the deal. A moment of prayer in the morning, a kind word to a stranger, a quiet walk where you feel God's presence, these are the steps that keep you grounded. Jesus lived this way, finding time to pray, to connect with God, even in a busy life. He shows you that the deal isn't about grand gestures but about steady, faithful steps. Each one brings you closer to understanding the promise made in your name. The deal also calls you to look beyond yourself. It's not just about your own journey but about the people around you. The world is full of hurt, people who are lonely, afraid, or forgotten. The deal in your name asks you to notice them, to offer a hand, a smile, a moment of care. Jesus did this when He fed the hungry or comforted the grieving. He showed that love isn't just a feeling, it's an action, a choice to make someone else's day a little brighter. Every time you do this, you're living the deal, making God's love real in the world. There will be moments when the deal feels like a mystery, something you can't fully grasp. That's okay. The deal isn't meant to be fully understood all at once. It's a journey of discovery, a slow unfolding of truth. Jesus' life was like this, a mystery of love that unfolded day by day, moment by moment. He didn't explain everything, He lived it. He invites you to do the same, to live the deal by trusting God's plan, even when it's unclear. As you walk this path, you'll see the deal reflected in the world around you. The beauty of a sunset, the kindness of a friend, the strength you find in tough times, these are all signs of the promise made in your name. They're reminders that God is with you, that Jesus is guiding you, that the deal is real. It's not about reaching a perfect moment or becoming someone else. It's about being you, the you God created, the you who carries His light, the you who is part of His story. The world will keep pulling you away, offering quick fixes or empty promises. But the deal in your name is stronger. It's a fire in your heart, a light in your soul, a truth that nothing can shake. Jesus, who faced darkness and brought light, shows you that you can too. His love is your strength, His presence your guide. The deal isn't a puzzle to solve, it's a life to live, a promise to embrace, a journey to walk with courage and love. This journey isn't just about the big moments, it's about the small ones too. It's about the quiet choices you make every day, like being patient when you're frustrated or helping someone without expecting anything back. Jesus lived this way, noticing the overlooked, loving the unlovable. He showed that every small act of love is part of the deal, a step toward fulfilling the promise made in your name. When you choose kindness, you're not just being nice, you're living out the sacred vow that God made with you. Sometimes, the deal feels like it asks a lot. It's not always easy to love, to forgive, to keep going when life feels heavy. But Jesus never promised an easy road. He promised to walk it with you. His life was full of challenges, people who doubted Him, friends who let Him down, a world that didn't always understand. Yet He kept going, fueled by love, guided by God. The deal in your name is the same. It's not about having a perfect life, it's about living with a heart full of love, trusting that God's plan is bigger than your struggles. You might wonder how to live this deal every day. It starts with small steps. Maybe it's taking a moment to pray, even if it's just a quiet thank you to God. Maybe it's listening to someone who needs to talk or giving a little of your time to help. Jesus showed that the deal is lived in the ordinary moments, breaking bread with friends, helping a stranger, forgiving someone who hurt you. These moments add up, weaving a life that reflects the promise made in your name. The deal also asks you to trust in something bigger than yourself. The world will tell you to rely on your own strength, to chase your own dreams. But the deal in your name is about trusting God's plan, even when you can't see it clearly. Jesus trusted God, even when the path led to the cross. He shows you that the deal is about faith, believing that every step, every choice, is part of a story that God is writing. You don't have to understand it all, you just have to keep walking, trusting that Jesus is with you. There are times when the deal feels like a quiet whisper, easy to miss in the noise of life. You might be busy with work, family, or worries, and the promise in your name feels far away. But Jesus is patient. He doesn't demand your attention, He waits for you to turn to Him. His life was full of quiet moments, praying alone, walking with friends, teaching in simple words. He shows you that the deal doesn't need big gestures. It's lived in the small, faithful choices you make every day, the moments when you choose love over fear, hope over despair. The deal also connects you to others. It's not just about your own path but about the people you meet along the way. The stranger who needs help, the friend who needs support, the enemy who needs forgiveness, they're all part of the deal. Jesus showed this when he reached out to people no one else noticed. He ate with outcasts, talked with sinners, loved those who were forgotten. The deal in your name asks you to do the same, to see every person as part of God's family, to love them as Jesus does. Sometimes, the deal feels like a challenge to grow. It asks you to step out of your comfort zone, to be brave, to trust God in new ways. Maybe it's speaking up for what's right, even when it's hard. Maybe it's letting go of a grudge or helping someone who doesn't expect it. Jesus lived this way, facing challenges with courage and love. He shows you that the deal isn't about staying comfortable, it's about growing into the person God created you to be, someone who reflects His light in the world. The deal also reminds you to rest. The world pushes you to keep going, to do more, to be more. But Jesus knew the value of rest. He took time to pray, to be still, to connect with God. He invites you to do the same, to find moments of quiet where you can hear the deal whispering in your heart. These moments of rest aren't wasted, they're sacred. They're when you recharge, when you remember that the deal is about being, not just doing. As you live this deal, you'll find that it changes you. You'll notice the world differently, the beauty in small things, the kindness in others, the presence of God in your life. Jesus showed this when He saw miracles in everyday moments, a loaf of bread, a cup of water, a child's faith. The deal in your name helps you see these miracles too, reminding you that God's love is all around you, woven into the fabric of your life. The deal isn't something you finish or check off. It's a lifelong journey, a constant unfolding of God's love in your life. Some days, you'll feel close to it, full of faith and hope. Other days, you'll feel far away, lost in doubts or struggles. But Jesus is there through it all. He walked a human path, felt human pain, and still chose love. He shows you that the deal is about keeping going, even when it's hard, trusting that God's love is bigger than your mistakes or fears. The deal also asks you to share its light. The world needs love, now more than ever. People are hurting, divided, afraid. The deal in your name calls you to be a light in that darkness, to show others the love Jesus showed. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being real, showing kindness, offering hope. Every time you do this, you're living the deal, making the world a little more like the kingdom Jesus spoke of. There will be moments when you feel the deal's weight, when you wonder if you're strong enough to live it. But Jesus doesn't ask you to do it alone. His Spirit is with you, giving you strength, guiding your steps. He faced the cross, not because He was forced, but because He loved. The deal in your name is the same, a call to love, to trust, to live with purpose. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be willing. The deal also teaches you to let go. The world holds tight to grudges, pride, or fear, but the deal asks you to release these things. Jesus showed this when He forgave those who hurt Him, when He let go of everything to follow God's plan. The deal in your name invites you to do the same, to let go of what weighs you down, to trust that God's love is enough. It's not always easy, but it's freeing, like setting down a heavy load you've carried too long. As you walk this journey, you'll find that the deal is personal but also universal. It's yours, made in your name, but it's also part of a bigger story. Every person has their own deal, their own promise from God. Jesus showed this when he loved everyone, from the rich to the poor, the faithful to the doubters. The deal in your name connects you to others, reminding you that you're part of a family, a community bound by God's love. The deal grows with you. As you change, as you learn, as you face new challenges, the deal takes on new meaning. It's not static, it's alive, like a seed that grows into a tree. Jesus' life was like this, each moment building on the last, each choice revealing more of God's love. The deal in your name is the same, unfolding day by day, showing you new ways to live, to love, to trust. Sometimes you'll feel the deal in moments of joy, when you're surrounded by people you love, when you see something beautiful, when you feel God's presence so clearly it takes your breath away. Other times you'll feel it in pain, when life hurts, when you lose someone, when you face your own limits. Jesus knew both joy and pain, and he shows you that the deal is there in both, holding you, guiding you, reminding you that God's love never leaves. The deal also asks you to be brave. The world can be hard, full of fear and division. But the deal in your name calls you to stand up, to speak love, to act with courage. Jesus was brave, facing crowds, challenging lies, loving even when it cost him. He shows you that the deal is about courage, about choosing what's right even when it's hard. You don't have to be loud or strong, you just have to be faithful, taking one brave step at a time. As you live this deal, you'll find that it's not about reaching a destination. It's about the journey, the daily choice to live with love, to follow Jesus, to trust God. Some days, you'll feel close to the deal, like it's clear and bright. Other days, it'll feel far away, hidden in the noise of life. But Jesus is always there, walking with you, reminding you that the deal is real, that it's yours, that it's beautiful. In the quiet moments, when the world is still, you feel it again, that soft pull, that gentle whisper, that sacred deal made in your name. It's not a secret to uncover, it's a truth to live. It's knowing that you're loved, that you're called, that you're part of something bigger. Jesus, the one who brought light to the world, is with you, guiding you, loving you. The deal is yours, and it's beautiful, a promise of love that lasts forever, a journey that leads you home.